God. All right, awesome. Thank you. Holy Spirit for reminding me. All right, so number 3 is that everybody, all your friends, all your colleagues, they are single and they're just nice to you, small like this, potential partner. You want to marry them. You start seeing them as your wife. That is a sign of desperation. Not everybody that comes into your life is there to be your husband or wife. Okay, that's another sign of desperation. Another sign is that you have very lowered standard, or you don't have any standards at all. Lowered standard or no standard at all. You used to have standard in the past, but some people, as they grow older, they begin to see that, no, I can't settle. I have to do this well. For some people, as they grow older, even as they're single, their standard begins to drop. And that should not be your own experience. The standard that you have for yourself, the values, particularly on the values, it's very, very important. The values, the priorities that you have set for yourself needs to remain there. If you begin to drop the important things, now some things are not important. For example, I've spoken to somebody in the past that told me that, oh, this girl, I don't want to marry because she has pimples in her face. I said, you don't have money. If you have money, all these pimples will go. You spend money, and both of you will spend money, all the pimples will go. It's money that doesn't make you. So all this one you're saying that, oh, her face too much acne, that one is nothing. So look for another reason to say you don't want to marry somebody. Stop saying that because there's too much pimples on her face. You know, the things that we hear. So I just have to put it to that person straight up that, look, you know what? If you have money, and you know, say that there's no ugliness. There's nobody that is ugly. When you have money, money will make you fine. I've not heard that before, and I totally agree. You know, you just look good. So yeah. So what another sign of desperation is that you don't have any standard at all, or you begin to drop all the important standards that you have. Okay. Another thing is that you meet them the first time, the next time they're talking about meeting the parents. Come on, I don't even know you. Okay. They say, let's go and then they might be doing it softly. They won't say, let's go and meet my parents. Oh, my mommy's shop is around that area. I want to pick up something from my mommy's place. Stylishly, but they know what they are doing, so that their mommy and daddy will see you and say, my in-law, trying to, if you start thinking of cooking somebody down, pregnancy, that's another sign of desperation. I used to say it, I tell any single person, this person is pregnant. You don't have to marry them. It's not by force. It's gone at those days where they used to use pregnancy to hook somebody. You don't have to marry. You say, you know it now. There's baby papa everywhere here now. Abi? So gone are those days. Don't even try it. Okay? Every conversation is centered around wedding, marriage. These things are very subtle. They won't say, come and marry me. But anything that they talk about is marriage. Every single conversation. When you should be getting to know the person. When you should be getting to understand the person. When you should be getting to see if you are compatible. All that you're thinking about in your head, you have arranged the kitchen, the bedroom. This is how our bedroom will look like. If they're not talking about marriage, they're talking about how to fix the house. You know, so every conversation is always about marriage, wedding, somebody marry, somebody wedding. Oh, okay, what will you do? You know, and then the next one is stalking game. Some people can stalk. And you know what they call it? They call it due diligence. So I'm doing my due diligence, but they will follow that person around on social media, looking at the comment that the person had made so many years ago. So yes, I'm not saying do due diligence, but if you keep following the person on social media every single time, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a sign of desperation. Do your due diligence, yes, but some part of your to-do every single day is to pick up the phone and say, where did they comment today? Okay, where did they comment today? You start doing those things. That's a sign of desperation. Who have they spoken to? Which post did they like? What is it? Are you a detective? No. That is a sign of desperation. Okay, so what is the impact? I'll look at that's how I look at what the sign of desperation is. So, what do you think causes desperation? You talk about signs of desperation, but what causes desperation? And I want you to say it in the comment section. What are the causes of desperation? We know it. So I want us to actually voice it. What are the causes of desperation? Sorry, I'll make us talk. Fadeke, Agbopi Ibukun, and okay, Fadeke and Ibukun. If you don't want to talk, you can tell me in the comment section. But more people, I just need more people to participate. Just give me so I can know that you are here. You know, something happens sometimes when we are doing Zoom meetings. Some people will just drop their phone and walk away. But I want us to be part of this, okay? Because it's meant to be an interactive session. So that's why I'm calling your names, okay? Don't drop your phone and walk away. All right. So what causes desperation? So I've talked about signs. What causes desperation? You can type it in the comment section, okay? I'm waiting.
Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Hello? Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. From my own point of view, I think two things. Well, among others anyway, among other causes, I feel pressure from family.
Okay. That's parental pressure.
Yeah, I can give you a very good instance of my dad. It sounds funny anyway, but there was a day he called me and he said, Daddy, make me happy. And I was like, why are you not happy?
You can imagine.
They settle down now so that I can be happy. And I told him, well, you that you're not making yourself happy. If you don't want to be happy, that's your business. I've done your own. So
hey, you just gave him like that.
That was the answer I gave to him anyway. If you don't want to be happy, that's your business. But as far as I'm concerned, getting married has nothing to make me happy. And that's just one of the things I feel leads to desperation. Then another thing for me, probably, which maybe I've seen lately, is when you look around you and all your friends and your peers, you just see them with their wives and husband, and you just see yourself standing alone. Okay, I'll give another illustration. A few friends of mine were trying to organize an event during the last Xmas period, and everybody wanted to go with their wives. And turns out that I'm still the only one that is single among them. I didn't feel comfortable about it, but by and large, anyway, did you go? They had to reschedule it. No, they rescheduled. Okay. I don't know why they rescheduled anyway, but they rescheduled the event. Would you have gone? Going, I would have was my own business. Settling down, for me, I tell people, I'm not going to settle down because of anybody.
Awesome.
Yeah, right. I'm not settling down because, fine, I agree with the fact that there is a need for one to settle down, but at least in due course, one should settle down. Maybe just permit me to say one more thing, please. In my office, there are people that will tell you you need to settle down so that you don't use your retirement money to train your children. I give them their response. As far as I'm concerned, I know for sure that I'm not using my own retirement money to train my kids. So those are some of the few reasons that I feel there's this pressure from people to want to settle down and just get it behind them. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's wonderful points that you've noted. Parental pressure, it's actually a very big one for the men and for the women as well too. I think women have it a bit tough, well, for the men, depending on the kind of relationship that you have with your parents as well. So some parents can put the pressure on you. Some might be indirect. For example, I know when my sister was not married, then my dad would not directly go and meet her. He would come and meet me to say, is Bukola seeing anybody? But I won't call that pressure because sometimes it's out of love. Do you understand? So sometimes what we call pressure is called pressure to us, but to them, maybe they are saying out of love. So it's just the way they are expressing themselves. So Sister Dorcas has said something: loneliness, boredom, age, beauty is fading. Yes, when we made, have you heard that saying, boyfriend? When they made their person that should be their husband, the boyfriend, the person that should be their wife, they made it girlfriend, they've broken the person's heart, lost opportunities. Okay, so yes, societal pressure is a personal pressure. Fadeke has said age. Age is another big factor. Another thing is financial status. It's also one of the reasons why people may be desperate. Okay, and when I mean financial status, you don't have money. You're thinking, if it's two of us, at least we'll carry this body together. But if you're a single person, particularly for the female, for the women folks now, you think, the husband is here now, say you will be the one doing this thing. Yeah, I won't have to also extra hard. So financial situation sometimes can lead to desperation. Even for the men too, sometimes they feel this that let me go and look for a rich girl to marry. Have you not heard that before? Oh yes, I've heard that before. Sometimes it might be health status. It might be the fact that somebody is not feeling too well, they're giving them a medical report and it's just them at home. It can be very, very terrifying. I was counseling a single person sometime last year, yes. And I remember him saying that he had malaria. I remember him saying that he had malaria, right? And then he just started crying. What kind of life is this? Nobody to give me, nobody to beg me to eat the food. Do you understand? So he felt really bad that what is this? So that can happen as well too. Some people just love the idea of being in love. They don't know what it actually takes. And a lot of people fall into that category. They see all of what is happening around and they love what is happening, but they don't understand the commitment, of what you have to do to ensure that you sustain that relationship. They like the glam, they like the pictures, they like the vibe that they see, but they don't understand the work that you have to do to ensure that that relationship remains committed. So that's some of the reasons why people are desperate. And then the last one I have here is fear of being alone. Fear of, oh, I'm growing old, my biological clock is ticking, and the fear that, oh, somebody said the most important part of this single is companionship. Oh, the fact that I just need somebody to trust, I just need somebody to hold. And some of those things are valid, some of those reasons are valid. Remember, I said that companionship is not overrated because we are relational in nature, right? What is important is how you deal with the desires, how you deal with that need, that yearning to be one with someone. When I said that it's not normal to be in a place where you feel that you don't need anybody. There's something fundamentally wrong. If you are in a place that you feel, I do not need anyone, I can be on my own, that's not the way God created us. There is something fundamental. Your emotional unavailability is not a good sign. Okay? And some Christians use that as a sign to say, you know what, me, I have not slept with anybody. I'm not saying you should sleep, I'm just saying that emotional unavailability is not a sign that you are okay. It's not okay not to say that I don't need people. We all need people. So that desire is there. Keep that desire there as long as it doesn't turn to desperation. So yes, I agree. But your friends keep asking you, your friend keeps putting you on the spot, and some people now become like Shofola here. They have a sharp response for them. One of my friends, I remember, said her auntie asked her that, when are you going to get married? After Jera, she said, she any rice in laying. Although that's a very harsh response, but I think she was just tired of everybody putting that question. She don't gel laying. Do you understand? So I think she was just tired of that. So I'm saying some people now begin to be on the defensive. They have so don't be rude, even if you want to give your response. Do you understand? So I'm saying that some people do it to protect themselves and protect the fact that I'm not going to choose because I want to choose. I'm going to choose because I have found the right person. I keep using my sister as an example because she was single for 6 years straight before she started dating. Is she even here? I thought I saw her here. 6 years straight, she wasn't in any relationship. I didn't use to answer. When she said she'll come back and say, I'm in a relationship. You understand? But at that point in time, my dad would say, is Bookie seeing anybody? No, I could not call. Honestly, I was concerned. I wasn't concerned. Do you understand? So, but I said, I had to ask her, but she said she knew what she wanted. And she had come to a point in her life to say, you know what? If I don't get this, particularly concerning my value and the things that we hold dear, If I don't get that, I am not going to marry. I would rather not marry than just choose and then get it wrong. Do you understand? So yeah, so I'm not saying have overly high standards, okay, like that person that said he didn't marry someone because of pimples, but I'm saying the things that you must have. I'll talk about that later, which includes your values, which includes your faith, which includes some areas of compatibility. Those standards need to be there. Okay, the other ones can then, okay, maybe what I'm looking for is a 6 feet above. All those ones, to me, there are things that you don't have to sweat over, okay, because you did not create anybody really. So I'm not saying don't be physically attractive. Some things that you have to. I have a friend that before he got married, then this guy likes glam, everywhere flying kind of girl. And then he got married, he's a very, very reserved babe, very reserved, brilliant, first class, and all of those things. But when we had that conversation, he said, you know what, that this girl may not meet in terms of physical appearance, may not meet my spec in terms of what I want. Buff, she has the major things, which is I need a partner which can relate together because he's also a very brilliant person. And he got that in his wife. Do you understand? And then they are married for 10 years now. I'm sure in his mind will be thinking like, what was I even thinking about? So yes, so there's a question here which I want us to answer. Can marriage cure loneliness? Can sex cure desperation? Can sex cure desperation? I think I want Madam Dorcas to answer this. Can sex cure desperation and loneliness? Star Dorcas, are you there? I want you to unmute. This is a sex expert here. Can sex cure desperation and loneliness?
Yes and no.
Okay, just
my yes is if it is because of sex, different reason for going into marriage. People have different reasons. Mm-hmm. People are desperate about different things. If your desperation is about loneliness, sex, and you are able to get somebody that is on your level. What did I mean by level? If that person, if you are desperate and your libido is high, and you are lucky to marry somebody that somehow is not up to your expectation, you will still be lonely forever. But if you are lonely because if you are desperate because you need someone to meet up, you are lonely, you want sex, and you marry somebody that is on that standard, then the two of you can blend. It can cure that loneliness. It can cure it. But if you are not lucky, like I said, you will be lonely till death do you part.
Okay.
And when I said, the reason why I said no, I think I've answered the yes and no. If you are lucky to marry the person that is on your on your page, the two of you
can. That's the reason why they married you is for sex.
If it is because of sex that you are, because so many people, they have not only companionship, not only because of sex that you are going into marriage, though is one of it. I always say every other thing is available any other places.
Okay.
But if it is not because of that, you can just see there are people that will say, what is sex? I can manage. Then you can say, okay, any other thing, you get it. But if it is for this purpose that you are going into marriage and you don't get it, you will still be lonely. That's why I said yes and no.
All right. Okay. Thanks for your thoughts around this. Mr. Obafemi, what's your thoughts around this? Can sex cure loneliness?
Okay. Thank you so much, Sophia. So I guess she has said it all. What loneliness to different people mean different things. So if you're lonely because of sex, so if you get someone that can meet your requirements, then you are happy. Or if you're not able to get someone, so that means that loneliness will continue even as you're still in that marriage. And if your loneliness is to say, I don't have children, and got married, and for whatever reason you don't have children, and that loneliness continues. So what is the cause of your loneliness? We need to answer that. Once you can answer that, and you're able to get something that to cure it, then you're on the right path. Whatever your loneliness is, until you cure it, you go nowhere. Okay. So really, it's not a perfect question to say yes or no. For some people, it's yes. For some people, it's no. So you need to be a thorough expert to know what is your cause and what is the solution available for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Stabisi, I think I would like to hear your thoughts on this as well. So what can sex cure loneliness? Stabisi?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So I don't know how to answer that question. I would like to.
Just let me know what your thoughts are. You understand? So I would like to hear from Sofola as well too.
My own answer is going to be no. That sex can cure loneliness. That's you can't. In my own opinion, no. Sex can cure loneliness.
All right. Ibukun, are you there? Can sex cure loneliness? Abike? I thought I saw her just now. Okay, I think she's done out. All right, so quickly, let me tell you my own thoughts around this. So loneliness is actually a state of mind of not being able to connect with people. So yeah, to the extent where different things can cause loneliness, you need to understand why you are feeling lonely, okay? So a lot of people go into marriage with the expectations, for example, if it's sex that you plan to, the reason why you want to get married. Do you understand? Can it cure it? I would say to temporarily. Yes, so I kind of align with Temitope Asibidi here, say temporarily. Do you understand? Because there's a longing internally beyond that initial desire. And that's what you need to deal with, okay? Why are you lonely? And some people, how, I was explaining to someone, I say, how sometimes taking alcohol or some people that take drugs, it makes them feel very high. And some people, the reason why they feel that sex can cure their loneliness because it gives them a temporary relief. So they begin to have sex, they begin to ask it. But the more they have it, they realize that there may be some emptiness that they are dealing with. So the underlying cause, the root cause is what you need to deal with. Okay. So, but if you go into marriage, expecting that, okay, even if the person is giving you sex all of the time, after a while, it begins to lead to emptiness if you don't deal with the underlying issue. Okay. And people get lonely for different reasons. When it's desperation, sometimes it might be that okay, they just change the environment and they just can't connect with that environment. Do you understand? It becomes very difficult for them to so they begin to feel very lonely. So that underlying issue is what you need to deal with, or else it would meet your point temporarily, and after a while begin to feel like a chore, because your mind is not there. So because loneliness is a state of mind, and you need to deal with that state. What is the root cause? Okay, so yes, temporarily, but if the underlying issue is not dealt with, okay, you will begin to lose, or you begin to see the negative impact in your marriage. Some people get married because they are lonely and they realize that their partner cannot meet their needs 100%. Nobody can actually meet your need. There's no lies there. Nobody can meet your need 100%. But they go into marriage because, okay, I am lonely. A lonely single person will be a lonely married person because your partner will not, you have put such a high expectation on your partner, and your partner will not be able to meet that need. They will fail because you keep asking them unreasonable things. You keep asking them to do things that and your expectation is just too high. Do you understand? So you need to deal with that sense of loneliness from the beginning before you get into marriage, or else you will choke your partner, right? You will not want them to be their own person. There will not be any form of space at all, okay? Accusations will continue to trail that relationship. They go somewhere, you are suspecting them, you begin to jump into conclusion, oh, you're not there for me. Maybe they have spent like 3 hours with you yesterday. You want to be handbag every time. Can I follow you? Can I follow you? You cannot sit down and watch film. It's gone all of the time. Do you understand? So you need to deal with that feeling. What's causing it? Okay, before you. So I'm not saying that you're not going to be close to your partner, but I'm saying that your partner cannot meet your need 100%. Nobody. It's only Jesus Christ that can meet your need. Okay, it's the author and definition of our faith. So don't set unrealistic expectations. Even as you desire companionship, do not set unrealistic expectations for your partner, or else that marriage is bound to fail eventually, because you will keep putting pressure on them. And the person keeps I'm trying my best. And when you feel that they are not doing anything at all, and that's because what you are expecting is high, much more than what they can give you. Who said I can give you above what you can ask, think, or imagine? Who said so? Is it not God? So why are you making your partner God? Why are you making them your anchor? So please, let's just note that. So I have a scenario, and this scenario is actually based on things that I have seen as I've counseled people over the years. Sister Bidemi, welcome. Thank you so much. I want okay, let me just read it out. So, and then I will get your thoughts on that. Maybe just two people to come and tell me what. So the first scenario question I will have here is: Demi met Lade and fell in love with her personality. He has issues with her physical looks. Should he proceed, or should looks be the basis he declines to further the relationship? This is a man life type of question, and I am looking for the right person to help me answer this. Okay, who wants to take a jab at this? Bolaji, what do you think? Just give me your own thoughts on this. And the scenario on the right, okay, so it's on, can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, please let me know. The scenario is actually on the screen. The scenario is on the screen. Can you see the screen? Demi met Lade and fell in love with her personality. He has issues with her physical looks. Should he proceed, or should looks be the basis he declines to further the relationship? Should looks be the basis of the reason he chooses to decline or declines the relationship? Bolaji, do you want to answer that for me, please? If Bolaji is not there, Ayamide, are you in a place where you can talk? Or you can just type your answers in the comment section. Please do that for me. Type your answers in the comment section, and let's get it going. Ayamide, or is it that is Shofola?
It's Shofola Bo.
So okay, so your first name is what? Dario.
My first name is Dario.
Okay, all right. Yes. What I have is
okay. So
Erad.
For me, I believe even before you get in love with someone's personality, you'll be attracted to the person physically.
Mm-hmm.
That's my take on it, because there will be an attraction, and you can't have somebody's personality.
Now, in this scenario, let's say this is what you are faced with, Dario.
Yeah, I'm talking about myself right now. I can't be attracted to your personality, even if I'm not attracted to you physically. Yeah, probably let me use that word, because there's always, you get to see the person even before you know the person's personality. Yes, I think that's my take. But right, the thing is, there are two sides to every coin.
Okay.
But for me, I think there's a physical attraction before a personality attraction.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you would take both into consideration, even though you have it. Okay. All right. I respect that. Ayamide, what's your own thought on this? Okay, so well, for me, it's a bit strange that he falls in love with a personality before her look. So yes, so we all have key triggers, right? And your key trigger for some might just be intelligence. For some others, it might be it can be different things. So it might be someone that you work with, for example. Perhaps you didn't say, I want to start out with a relationship, but as you got to know the person, you realize that, well, this person has a super personality. They are kind to people, right? They are kind to people. And then based on that, you begin to get some interest. But of course, certain things around about them you do not like. Maybe I'm not talking about how the way they dress now, I'm talking about physically. You know, it might even be, for example, for some guys, maybe they like big breasts, do you understand? So maybe it's fact that the person's breast is not so big. So yeah, I have to mention that. So should that thing be the decision, the reason why the person should not? So Bolaji has said, I'm not him, but he should weigh his options very well. If he looks disappear after some years, can he still cope with that personality? Can he still cope with that personality? Okay, yes, awesome. Abafemi, you want to say something?
So what is that thing that you mentioned that you said that you're sorry to mention so that we can put it in context?
I said big breast.
All right. So yeah. So basically, what will sustain the marriage certainly is not the look to a large extent, but either we like it or yes, now look go make us commit. So if what is looking for basically are things you can manage, for example, if it's body shape, I want to believe if he comes for counseling, they can probably say, come, this thing come and go. The bomb you're seeing today can go tomorrow. When I try to go to the extreme, the person that you're seeing today that you're saying, oh, they are wonderful, they are beautiful. What if an accident happened tomorrow? They lose a leg, they lose their eyes. Will you still be there for them? So proper counseling can say, come, I can still make do with this thing and move on with my life. So really, but if he knows that, come, this thing is what I want. Let's be honest with ourselves. I want a woman with a big yansh, and this woman doesn't have a big yansh. And he knows that he's not willing to, subpedal. It's better he moves on. So that it won't be a case whereby, okay, Moshano, I just pity you, I marry you. After getting married 2, 3, 4 years, you're now still looking for big yansh. And some people go out of marriage today because they feel that they are not what they sign for is not what they are getting. So it's a major issue. But I think, with hindsight, it's something that is doable, maybe because of where I stay today. But at that point of entry, if he knows that, come, I cannot consider or I cannot step down on this thing, please, I think it's better it goes on until it gets mature to a level whereby I can say, fine, I can overlook that, I can overlook that. But the packaging, it's part of what gets people attracted to each other.
Awesome. So I kind of agree with you. So you must understand what your must have and your nice to have. It's somewhere in my slide there. For every single person, not generally actually, but we're talking about singles now. What is your must have and what is your nice to have? Okay. What are the things that if it's this, that without this, I cannot commit, but at the same time, you also need to realign your priorities. Okay, what is actually important? What is actually important to me? What's actually important to my future? Okay, I might like half caste. I remember my husband telling me that, when he was much younger, he wants to marry half caste, have long hair, and all of those things. But of course, as he grew up, he understood that this thing is not important to my future. Do you understand? So he had to realign his priorities. Okay, so big bum and big breasts is what is important to your future, and you seem as if they know I can't, this is what I want, then the looks must take precedence. But I usually will tell people that even you don't meet everybody's 100%. So yes, I think that's where I would like to put this. So let's quickly look at the second case study. So Chika is from a elder home, but she's in love with Ade, who's just up and coming. I've seen this happen severally. I've counseled people around this. She's used to the affluent lifestyle and can't lower her standard, but you can't blame her, because she's used to that lifestyle. Ade wants them to move to his rented 2-bedroom after marriage. What should they do? I've had someone break up with someone, a lady break up with someone because of this, and to her, it wasn't because of the fact that he didn't want to move. It was because he sensed not a rigidity of not being adjustable at all. And she thought, and this is not someone that is 20 something, she's someone that is well advanced. She said, you know what, I can't do this. If we are having this difficulty, so the guy built his house somewhere in maybe the very far places, all those very far places. And then they both work on the island. And then she's saying that, and she's moved closer to their workplace. And so she said that they were in a relationship. So she had said that, okay, you know what, let's change places. She said, lie, nothing can make me change. It's like, you leave the house, like you have to wake up like 3:30. By past 4, you have left the house. You have to wait on the island till about 10:30. Get so that we can get home like 11:30 to 12. How long do you want to do this? You want to kill yourself? Okay, you rent this place, but it was very adamant. And you know, I cannot. You know, I cannot. See, you rent that place, you add money, you move closer. And then she ended that relationship. And people would think that can she end the relationship because of. But to her, when I had that conversation, to her, it wasn't so much about the fact that it was the rigidity around that decision. That decision that, you know what, if you cannot just adjust for my sake, me, I'm used to staying in this space because you build that house. Does that mean that we cannot give it out? Look at the stress that will be added to our lives and all of those things. So, what do you think they should do? Because these things come up a lot. Aside this that I do on Instagram, I do this in my church as well. So I lead the premarital counseling team in my and when I teach this amongst the singles and I give them this scenario, come and see the men, hey, she must move, she will move, you know, you can see ego talking, she must move, okay, no, this and all that. So now, 2 people, tell me, what do you think they should do here? Fadeke, you need to, I want you guys to just type, tell me. And this is just something that a lot of people face, and it basically has to do with financial unalignment, basically. That's the reason why I'm bringing this out, that it's very important. I'm not saying marry somebody from your class, but I'm saying when you marry someone that is not from the same social strata as you, you must learn to align sometimes. Both of you must learn to align. So it's not just one person, okay? Both of you cannot sit down on your high horse and remain that same way. I don't want to move. You're not a tree, okay? It's very, very important. I've seen this affect a lot of relationships, okay? And so it's very important that if anybody wants to say something about this, let's just quickly, you can type, please just type in the comment section so I know you're following me and you have not dropped your phone to go and turn your soup somewhere, or or you're gisting somewhere. I want us to be a part of this, okay? So this is very, very important. Financial alignment is important. So you have to keep admitting people. So financial alignment is very, very important. She's used to a certain lifestyle. Is she amenable to meeting in the middle? Okay, or she is set in her own ways to say, you know what, or you know what, I have to, the standard must not go down at all. And counsel people, married people now that almost wanted to kill themselves because of something this simple. The man was trying as much as hard as he could, but the lady was used to this lifestyle. And
but am I allowed to do that?
At all.
Am I allowed to?
You want to say something? No? Okay, let me just mute you. All right. Okay, so I think I kind of answered that question. So let's move to the next slide quickly. And I'm excited about this slide. And then there's another game here before we move to the next slide. So this game, let me prepare your mind. I have books here that I bought. Pressed but not crushed is a book by a good friend. He just delivered it today. from Abuja, who comes with a notepad, I think, and I'll be giving, I'll be giving this out. So, okay, so Chidima says it's always important for the man or the woman to be flexible in their ways, as marriage involves more than one person. Absolutely, kind of agree with you. I agree with you actually. So this next game, truth and a lie, I have a couple of gifts to give out as we do that. So I have spa gifts, facial gifts for that, and also giving out that book as well. But before we have this game, I want us to do this assignment. Does this equal to that? Does this equal to that? And I want you to help me in the comment section. So just tell me yes or no. Question number 1. Does sex cloud judgment? Let's use the comment section. Does sex cloud judgment? The reason why I put this in the question format is so that this is how we're learning, basically. Yes, yes, definitely. Awesome. I think we're correct. Sex cloud judgment. When you're sitting with somebody you cannot see again, see finish, enters, even for married people. Sex cloud judgment. Okay, is the only person that said no. Do you want to type your no so that we don't type the reason why you had said no? Can you type the reason why you had said no, why you have said no? So the game that we're playing now is, does this equal that, or is it a myth or a truth? So personally, my own answer is yes. Sex clouds judgment. You begin to make excuses, particularly if the person is doing it well. Yes, if you are enjoying the sex so much, the person has this way of taking you to the high heavens and back. You will keep making excuses. You will keep, some people want to break off some damaging relationship, but that sex keeps tying them down. Even when they say that I'm not doing it again, and they see that person and they just sleep with that person like this, they're back into that. They become helpless until it gets to a point of self-realization. So yes, sex class judgment. Question number 2. If that's not the reason, if you don't believe that, those of you that said no, please let me see your comment. I'd like to read it. Can you change someone by your actions? Can you? So I have to put context to these questions. These questions is from the perspective of a single person. Okay. Okay, so let's have that at the back of our mind. Can you change someone by your actions? Let's answer in the comment section. Can you change someone by your actions? Yes or no? Yes, yes. Depends, okay? It depends. Yes, so yes. That's what I see. I think I'll go with Chidima and it depends. It depends, yes. That's the mistake a lot of single people keep making, and they carry into marriage. The mindset that I can change this person. I will change this person. I will be good until this person changes. And that is erroneously wrong, going into marriage with that mindset, because after a while, frustration sets in. Remember that I said that I'm saying this from the perspective of a single person. So please do not go into marriage with the expectation that you're going to change this person, or my action will change this person. People change because they want to change. Your action may be able to help them change, but the decision to change rests and resides, with them. Okay? All right. If you have any thoughts around that, please keep typing. Number 3, can high expectation jeopardize peace in a relationship? Yes, no, maybe. Yes, no, maybe. Yes, no, maybe. Can high expectation jeopardize peace in a relationship? Yes, no, maybe. So you said yes, it can. That's yes, Abi. Can high expectation jeopardize Peace in a relationship. Definitely. Yes, yes, yes. I agree. That's my position. So basically what it means is that you're expecting too much, and that would help you to be ungrateful even when you see positive things. That would help you to be ungrateful even when you see positive things. So yes, correct. All men will womanize. Yes or no? All men will womanize. Yes, no. I think that's a yes or no. 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 Awesome. I like this, because when you read social media, they will tell you all men will womanize. The man that will womanize has not been born. It's a lie. People used to say that to use that to ease their conscience, or they say that as a coping mechanism for the problem that they have found themselves in. Good. Correct. So we're on the same page. Good girls love bad boys. Good girls love bad boys. Have you heard someone? I want Nathaniel Bassey with a sprinkle of Burna Boy. I need Nathaniel Bassey spirit, but with a Burna Boy attitude. Sometimes. I don't know this one. Good girls love bad boys. Have you not heard that before? This one is too gentle. This one is too gentle. You've not heard that before. Good girls love bad boys. Bad boys, maybe sometimes. So I think my answer will be sometimes. And that's because some people deal with underlying issues, okay? There are a lot of people that will offend them, that will not treat them nicely because of where they are coming from. So when people treat them nicely, they self-sabotage their relationship. They say, no, it's too good to be true. How can somebody be this nice? It's too good to be true. No. Somebody must abuse me. He must rough me up small. How can he be trying to?
Hello, Tope.
Yes, please. You can go ahead. Please talk.
Yeah, just to add to it, I've heard story where wife will say, "Ara mi ò kí ń balẹ̀ tọ́kọ mi ò bá nà mí."
Imagine. So yes. So that's why I said sometimes it can be that. It can be like that. That some people, and it's a fundamental issue that they need to deal with.
When my husband beats me, that's when my body goes.
Sorry, I think what he meant is that some people will say, if my husband has not beaten me, I'm not okay. And they'll not be looking for trouble. They'll be causing trouble. Those kind of people, the category of people, it's something that is wrong that they need to deal with. When they see peace, they're not okay. They want, we have not fought since. We have not fought. Why? We need to fight. I've not heard people say that before. It's an issue. So yes, sometimes, that's why I say sometimes good girls may love bad boys. All right, does upbringing impact future decision? Does upbringing impact future decision? Yes or no? Does upbringing impact? Absolutely. I think we're on the same page when it comes to this. We're a function of our environment, we're a function of our decision, we're of decisions that we make at the moment as a result of the past experiences of our parents, of other people that we have seen, of other people's experiences. Okay, yes, upbringing actually impacts much more than your future decisions. The things that you have seen with your parents, some people in the bid of avoiding that go and do the extreme opposite. A simple example of a story that I heard of a lady that the father was never available because he was going to work all of the time. And when she was going to make a decision, she went to choose a man that was always available, that was lazy. It's because she was trying to avoid the same thing that happened to her father. So you can see how that affected her decision. So she married someone that was lazy, that did not just work because she was trying to avoid a father that was always not available. He's giving a sign of love. He's giving a sign of love. All of these questions are put here, but they are part of our learning objectives. Okay, so our responses here and my explanation is not just questions. These are our learning points as well too. He's giving a sign of love. No. Yes, yes, yes. Who else says no? Yes, yes. Giving is a sign of love. Giving is a sign of love. Let me put it this way. You cannot say you love if you do not give. You cannot say you love if you do not give. But you can give without loving. Abby? You can give without loving, but you cannot say you love without giving. So giving is a sign of love. Okay? So that is clear. If somebody cannot give to you, and please, when I say give, I don't mean material things alone, but material things is also part of it. Material things is also part of it. Yes, you can give without loving, but you cannot love without giving. So that's important. All right, so quickly, house chore is enough to make a man choose you. House chore is enough to make a man choose you. Yes, no, maybe. Yes, no, maybe. What if the man is the most person that he wants? You not see that story? Didn't you read it in our group? That the man divorced his wife because the house help was always taking care of the house. Yeah? So he wanted a house help, but really, house chore is not enough to make a man choose you. Okay, because as somebody said, it's shallow. Yes, very shallow. Is marriage a magnifier of what already exists? Is marriage a magnifier of what already exists? Yes or no? Yes. I say no. Yes, yes, yes. Correct. What you see in marriage is this. When you get married, you see this. This is what you see when you get to marriage. Yeah? Yes, marriage magnifies. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Sister Dorcas. Yes, marriage is a magnifier. Purpose alignment may make decision easier. Yes or no? Yes or no? Purpose alignment, yes. Purpose alignment makes decision easier. Yes, yes, yes. Correct. Yes. You know, there's some people that get married and they're Christians, but when the husband now realizes his purpose, so the wife realizes their purpose, they now start having conflict because they don't agree. Okay, let's say the man realizes his purpose after marriage and he wants to be an evangelist, traveling from one place to another, and the wife said, well, God has not spoken to me to be traveling up and down. Me, I will sit down here after you finish evangelizing everywhere. Come and meet me. In the purpose of evangelizing, the man will go and evangelize somebody else's wife. Misalignment of purpose. Purpose alignment makes decision easier. Not everyone will marry. Yes or no? Not everyone will marry you. Yes, not everyone will marry. Not everyone will marry. That's the truth. There's nothing to add to that. Even in Jesus' time, not everybody married. If you desire marriage, God will give it to you in his own timing, because he makes something beautiful in his time. Okay? But there's some people that will not marry. They will just face the gospel or face whatever it is that they want to do. Help healing the world and helping the world. Final one, wholesome single may make for a wholesome marriage. Wholesome single may make for a wholesome marriage. Yes or no? Yes. Woo! Correct. Wholesome single may make for a wholesome marriage. Marriage is 100-100, not 50-50. Okay, 100. I bring 100 of myself, you bring 100 of yourself. I will multiply that. Not I bring 50, you bring 50. 100, 100. Okay. All right. So we move to this game, and I'm excited about this game. 2 truths and a lie. So I will pick somebody, and you will tell me 2 truths about yourself and a lie. Oh, thank you, Stabisi. Thank you so much. 2 truths and a lie. Then we'll go. We're almost wrapping up. See, it's 2 o'clock already. So we're going to be done by 3 o'clock. So you can see how much fun we are having. So I'm going to give out gifts. This is just a game to get us to relax. We've learned a lot even in the preceding slides. Abi, are we learning something? Are we learning something? Tell me that we're having fun or we're learning something here. Okay, so I put the learning objective in questions form and in different, so that it's not just the regular kind of webinars that we know. Thank you, Ayamide. I like that. Please let me know that you're learning something. Oh, all right. 2 truths and a lie. Let's make it 1 truth and a lie. Okay, Ayamide, let's start with you. You tell me a truth and a lie. I will pick somebody to pick what the truth is or what the lie is. If they are correct, they win something. Okay? If they are correct, they win something. If you are not, if you don't get it right, we'll move to the next person. So we'll do that for a couple of times and then. Okay, so they tell me a truth and a lie about yourself, and then I will pick somebody to tell me if you are correct or not. Ayamide, come on now. 1 truth and 1 lie. Don't make it too easy. Okay, it's typing. So the next person, I'm just keep typing out. I want to prepare people's mic. Chidima, you'll be the one to respond to him. Tell me what the truth is and what the lie is. Dare, you tell me, no, Fadeke, tell me 1 truth about yourself and 1 lie. Dare would answer. Okay? Dare would answer us. Right? So do you understand? So I'm pairing Ayamide and Chidima together. Ayamide will tell me the truth and the lie. Chidima would answer. The second, Fadeke, tell me 1 truth and 1 lie, and then Dare would answer. Session, we are the person that I'm not supposed to. Session, tell me what truth. Okay. Chidima, he said, I love to dress with absolute finesse. Number 2, I'm accommodating. 1 is the truth, 1 is a lie. Which one is the truth? Which one is a lie? Chidima, come on now. Which one is the truth? Which one is the lie? Just guess. It's a guessing game. Number 1 is a lie. So he doesn't know how to dress. You know what? Okay, all right. Ayamide, which one is the truth? Which one is the lie? If you wait, okay, hold on. So do you want to change your answer? What is the truth and what is the lie? Okay, 1 is the truth. Number 2 is so it's not accommodating. So tell us now, Ayamide, which one is the lie? She's correct. That you're not accommodating. Okay, so you like to dress. So Chidima, awesome. Well done. But we need to work on that, not accommodating. All right, so Chidima, you just win. You just what should I give you now? So we did love facials. Oh, spa, awesome. For the spa session, that we can redeem that. Congratulations, Chidima. Now. All right, so Fadeke, you're next. Fadeke is next. Fadeke, 1 truth and 1 lie, and then Dare will tell us which one is the truth, which one is the lie. Do you want to type, Fadeke? 1 truth, and then the 3rd person is Temitope Osho and Temitope Asigidi. Temitope Osho will tell us 1 truth and 1 lie, and Temitope Asigidi will tell us which one is the truth and which one is the lie. Temitope, all right, so Fadeke, we're waiting for you. Are you typing? Fadeke and Dare, I've paired both of you together. Then
Yes, I've typed already. I'm only waiting for yes.
I can't see you. I can't see you. Who can see what she typed?
Okay, let me retry.
Say it.
Sure, I'm seeing it.
Father, just say it. Father, just say it.
Okay.
One truth and one lie. Let's say, you are going to tell us one truth and one lie. You will tell us which one is the truth and which one is the lie. All right, quickly, Fadeke.
Okay, I said I hate sports and I'm choleric.
Okay, so one is the truth and one is a lie. Okay. Don't make it too easy. Dare, which one is the lie now? Dare, Shofola, which one is the lie?
I'm here. She needs to come again. She says she hates sport and she's
choleric.
Okay. Which one is the truth? I think she says she hates sport.
I hate sport. I am choleric. So one is the truth, one is a lie.
I said.
Yeah, I think it's a lie that she hates sports.
So number one is a lie, right?
That she's choleric.
Okay, so number one is a lie. Number two is the truth. Okay. All right. Fadeke, give us.
Yes.
Eh?
Right, is right, is right.
All right, correct. So Dare, do you like to read? Dare, do you like to read?
I try to read, but I like the book.
Okay, awesome. So you just want the book. Where do you stay? Lagos or outside Lagos?
In Abuja.
Abuja. Can you imagine? The book is coming from Abuja.
I'm in Abuja.
And the book is coming from
Abuja. I was laughing now when he said the person from Abuja. I was telling myself that they should have kept it in Abuja.
Can you imagine? Maybe I'll just tell her to order another one and send to you so that I can give it to someone in Lagos. But to send this to Abuja, I'll just order another one and tell her to send to you. So you just want congratulations. And so the final one for this one is Temitope Osho. Temitope, oh yeah. Tell me, I love teaching children. I love minding my business. One is the truth and one is a lie. One is the truth and one is a lie. Temitope Asigidi, we are waiting for you. One is the truth and one is a lie. She loves teaching children. She loves minding her business. Choose one. Temitope Asigidi, are you there? Or is it very tough? Number one is the truth. Number two is a lie. Oh, I don't think you are correct too. So he didn't get it. Oh, so sorry. But because you attempted, I will give you 1,000 naira airtime. 1,000 naira. 1,000 naira airtime. Thank you, Tokpa, for making it very difficult for him. So I'll give you 1K airtime. All right. Awesome. So I thought we really enjoyed that game. Okay. So let's move on quickly. I want us to get to the spots where we put our married people on hot seats. So we'll soon get there. We may finish before 3, but if left to me, I will talk another one now. Okay, so I call the snapping out to self-awareness. So if you look at that babe on the left, looks as if, oh my God, I just realized something. And the guy is like deep in thought, like, You understand? Like, awesome. Just that aha moment. Is that what they call it? Aha, yes. So, what do I mean by snapping out to self-awareness? I know we talked about desperation, we talked about different things, even when I ask the questions, they are all about. So if you look at that place, I was asking this or that, myth or truth, they are all learning objectives for us. What can we do to be more self-aware? What can we do to understand ourselves better? Because when you do not understand yourself, you will go into marriage and begin to have unrealistic expectation. You will go into marriage and with a very, you'll be ungrateful because events would happen that would now begin to make you rethink some. So sometimes the issues that we see in marriage are not all bad, but because people have certain mindsets, right? That's the reason why the issue looks bigger or larger than life, right? So quickly, I would run through this as fast as I can, and then we'll go to the next one, which is the married people's corset. We'll also finish, don't worry. It's very interesting. What do I do while I wait? And then we'll talk about next steps. So please hang around. Thank you so much for being consistent. 10 of you have been here. We've had 15. Oh, we've had 15 and then up and down, but I really appreciate you. What can we do? What is self-awareness? What is self-discovery? I want to talk to you about conscious bias and unconscious bias. So conscious bias is that you understand the reason why you're doing this thing. You know that what you are doing is wrong or right. You know the reason why you're doing it. You know that this is you. This is my attitude. This is my behavior. This is who I am, you know, and you accept that, right? Consciously. Unconscious bias and things that have become so ingrained in you that you may not be able to identify those things, except some certain things begin to push them out of you. That's the unconscious bias. Everybody has unconscious bias, and what can help you to bring that out? So I'm talking about self-awareness and self-discovery, being your own person, understanding your person and accepting who you are. You know, remember I said that a wholesome single leads to a wholesome marriage. Okay, and so these are the things that you can do to help you more wholesome, even as you wait, right? Even as a married person. So this is not just for the single people. Even I am being impacted by this. So unconscious bias. Somebody ever said something to you before that you are like this? You say me, never. You don't know who you are talking to. Has it ever happened to you before? It has happened to me. That the friend told me, you know this. I said, you're not serious. It's not me. This is not me. And I began to observe myself. And I realized that this is the truth. It's the truth. What this girl is saying is the truth. But it was something that I was so unconscious of. It was so much a part of me, right? And so that unconscious bias can be a self-limiting behavior to the reason why you are not able to move on or close on your relationship. Okay, so you are not just working on your conscious bias, you are working on the unconscious aspect. And how can you know unconscious bias? Feedback. People don't like feedback. Well, because feedback sometimes comes as criticisms, you know, and we should not frown at criticisms. What we should frown at is unhealthy criticism, right? We should take feedback. In your career, in your life, in your business, from time to time, you go and ask your boss. If you are a boss, you ask your subordinates, how am I doing? Which area do you want me to improve on? Because when you don't do that, you would not grow. Okay, so feedback is not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that you need to work on certain things. Can people use feedback to bring you down? Absolutely. But also you must, when you're getting feedback, you get it from people that you know, that, for example, from your friends, from close friends, from associates, from loved ones. Okay, for example, I know some people in this meeting, they know themselves. We've been telling them to come out for meeting, to come out, but they always like to sit down at home. They like to sit down in their room. And so if they say, no, it's just who I am, there might be an unconscious bias there. They know themselves, I won't mention their name. So I'm saying feedback is very important. Feedback is very important. So that will help you identify your area of unconscious bias so that you can start working on those areas quickly. reflections as well. So if you are a reflective person and you think, you will be able to identify areas that you need to work on. Okay, I will not spend too much time on that. Prospective overhaul, what does that mean? We all have mindset. Remember that we said that your background has a way, background experiences and upbringing has a way of affecting how we make decisions. We need a lot of perspective overhaul. You know, when people say sometimes that, oh, it's because my parent did this, because my parent did that. Yes, I hear. But we need to reparent ourselves. We need to reparent ourselves. I keep asking, tell some people, how long are you going to continue to hold on to this hurt and pain and shame and this? Don't you want to break free? Even the people that you are blaming, maybe they are even dead. But you keep holding on to that pain. You need to be able to move on. You need to be able to move on, okay, and take charge of your life, okay? Prospective overhaul. Some of these things that I mentioned here are things that you can do by yourself. Sometimes you may need a group to be able to do that. Sometimes you may need a coach to help you identify those areas, because some of them are deep-seated issues that you have that you may not be able to walk through on your own. So perspective overhaul is very important. Affirmations. I know we know about affirmations, but the way I like to talk about affirmations is understanding the why behind every affirmation that you make. Oh, I am blessed. I am the head and not tail. You need to tell yourself, why are you the head and not tail? Okay, I am beautiful. What is beautiful about me? I'd ask somebody, some single people, what's beautiful about, and they had struggles telling me what is beautiful about themselves. You understand? So they just say it, I'm beautiful, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, without understanding and reflecting on it to say, okay, what is beautiful about me? And remember when I introduced myself, I said, tell me one thing that is unique about you. And that's the reason I'm helping to bring to your consciousness the positives around you, about yourself. So yes, affirmation is good, but understand the reasons behind each of those affirmations. That is very, very important. That is when it begins to be a part of you and you believe it. And no matter what anybody says, you don't care. No matter what anybody says, you don't care at that point in time, because you know where you are going to. You may not be there yet, but you know that, yes, this is what I am working towards. Okay? I would like to just talk on quickly on finding purpose, because I don't want us to spend too much time on this. Finding purpose, leveraging your strengths, and refocusing. Remember that we said that finding purpose would help you when you are making decisions. And that's because purpose alignment is important if you need to have a balanced marital relationship. People have issues identifying what purpose means. And that's because sometimes we make it too complex. I was speaking with a single person some time ago, and then she said, I don't know. I prayed about this. What can I do? I said, what you like to do? I said, oh, she's actually a business analyst that likes to help small businesses. That's what she does for a living, basically. I'm like, okay, so you help small businesses even when you're at work. Why can't you do that now? Okay, we're expecting something very, very huge and on one stage, and they're calling my name, Temi Tope. She's impacting the catering. Kuma, I lay hand on person, the person is falling down, up and down. You know, because we sometimes we over analyze it, and that's why it looks as if we don't understand it. If you listen to the mind, your hearts, you would know things that you are supposed to do. And you know what, even when it's not 100% clear, right? You start, okay? Pay attention to the things that you love to do. Pay attention to the things that you hate, you despise. It may be a sign of where you need to effect a change, okay? Pay attention to the things that gets you emotional. That may be an area where you are supposed to contribute, okay? So I'll just mention those three things. Think about it. Just do a bit of introspection and think about it. And say, okay, what are the things that I love to do? What are the things that I hate so much I can't stand? What are the things that that gets me emotional, that moves me to action? Yeah? That might be an indication of the things that you need to do, okay? And purpose does not necessarily have to be a stage. Okay, when I started this thing, even till now, it's not as if I have the largest Instagram people handle, whatever it is. Of course, my own, I know is more marketing that I need to do to or put some strategy around what I am doing. But I'm saying when I started then, so many years ago, it was more about who will listen to me. But thank God for my husband, he was able to help me out to say, what are you talking about? Go and look at your library. Every book that you have here is a relationship. So what are we talking about? And then, you know what? I'm going all out. I'm just going to do it. And that's how I decided just talking about relationship. And I realized I love to do it. I plan for it. I have a 9 to 5. I work. But weekends, I am planning for the month. I'm planning for this. I'm planning for that. I'm recording video up and down. I'm dancing up and dancing up and down to ensure that people listen to me, doing different things to ensure that, okay, I'm able to pass this message across. I am talking, I'm coaching people, I'm speaking to married people, I'm following up on people that some of my clients like 2 years ago. It's not that they're paying me again, but I will just go back and meet them. How are things now? Okay, some of them will still come and onboarding. Not as if they don't even pay me anymore. They paid me when they had their session. But it's what I love to do. I love to see balanced relationship. Okay. And I'm doing that passionately, okay? Yeah, so those 3 things, pay attention to them, and it will help you to identify purpose, okay? Leverage your strength. Who are your support systems? Support system can not necessarily have to be family members. They can be friends. They can be colleagues. They can be people that you just meet, right? But leverage your strength, and please make yourself. I talked about accessible. Availability is not accessibility, okay? I will speak more on that when I talk to you, what you do while you wait. Availability is not the same thing as accessibility. Make yourself accessible. It's as simple as that. What do you love to do? What is your happy place? Okay, I was counseling someone about sexual addiction, and that was because he was trying to fill a void of companionship. Anytime he finished having that sex, he just call and he carelessly, the way he used to just do it, it's as if, okay, after that event, the sadness just overwhelms him, and this thing cannot help you. He's not feeling a void. He's not. Okay, what do you love to do? He said, okay, I love to do this. I said, okay, create a structure around the things that you love to do. Do you understand? Create a structure around the things that you love to do. Okay, what usually happens that leads you to that place? So to those, that's triggers. What is a trigger? What usually happens? So understanding yourself, understanding your trigger, understanding your happy place, and build a structure around that. Okay, all right, so that is the point that I have listed there. I know I rushed a bit through it, but I hope that we gained something from this. I don't want this to make this a talk class. So did we get something? Hit me up in the comment section. Are you still there? Are you still here? Did you get something from all that I have said in the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes? Yeah. Are you still there? Did you get anything? Chidima, Dare, Fadeke, Temitokwe. Are you still there? Did you get anything that I said? Tosin. I think this is Obafemi's wife, right? Is this Obafemi's wife? Which Tosin is this? You've not said anything yet. Awesome. Thank you. Fadeke, thank you. Chidima, are you still there? Daria, are you still there? Awesome. Married people's hot seats. Sister BC, let me pin you. Sister BC, I'm pinning you. I'm pinning myself.
I'm here.
Right, and I'm pinning Obafemi. I'm actually looking, my husband is somewhere. Okay, so I've pinned the 3 of us. So, married people's hot seat. I have Obafemi Abidoye. Obafemi, how long have you been married?
17.
17.
Yes.
Amazing. I've done 40 years. Sister BC, how long have you been married?
That will be 12 years this year.
Awesome. So, 3 of us here. I'm looking for one more man, but I think he's exited. Okay, we will probably join later. All right, so I made this a open session and I want you to ask us anything about what's marital life. You have questions, you can type your questions here, or you can send to me directly. Bolaji is here. Bolaji, I'm pinning you too. So 2 men and 2 women. Correct. Do you guys have any questions for us? I think we should take at least 1 question each. You can ask anything. Do you have sex every day? What's the most difficult part of being married? You should ask what the most difficult part of being single. You can ask what the most difficult part of being married. You can ask anything. It's called Married People's Hot Seat. Okay. So do you have any questions? You can type your questions. You don't have to mute your mic. Okay. Quickly now. So we have Temitope Osho here, Temitope Asigidi, Fadeke. Fadeke is married now. Abi? Oh, it's not okay, it's Bimpe that is married. Fadeke, Dare, Chidima. Come on. And I am J. All right. Quickly. Any question for the married folks? We are very willing participants too. Very willing participants. Chidima, do you have any question? Dare, do you have any question? Temitope A, Temitope O. Any question for us? None for now. Okay. All right. Okay. If you don't have any, we are on standby anyway. I've pinned us. I will quickly go to what do you do while you wait. If you still have any questions, we are here to answer you. Okay, so that we don't waste too much time. We have like 10-15 minutes to go. All right, so what do I do while I wait? I talk about discovering you and discovering purpose. I think I've explained that. Have you ever felt like quitting whenever you feel like pulling the plug on your marriage? What keeps you going? So, so there are like 2 questions here. Okay, 2 in 1. So, Mr. BC and Obafemi, you take both from your perspective. Okay. Have you ever felt like quitting? Have you ever felt like pulling the plugs?
Okay. I'll go on.
All right. Yes. Answer that first. Then Service will answer again from a female perspective.
Okay, for me, so have I ever thought of quitting? Yes. There are times, like any other thing, you just feel that I'm tired. What if I think my life would be better being a single? So those times do come. What kept me going, I think is God, and that's why if you want to get married, it would be nice for at least, for you and your spouse to be at least at some level so that when the ship is shaking, there is a basis of where we can still reconcile and, can see make ends meet. So it's God that has kept me. What's the other second question?
That's the question. What has kept you? I feel like quitting and what has kept you?
Yeah. So what have I ever felt quitting? Yes, it happens. What has kept me is God. And the understanding of my wife. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So that's the one. Sister BC?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, from your own perspective.
Okay, from my own perspective, I would say I've not felt like quitting, but of course I've been frustrated time and time again. Like that is a given. What has kept me going will be my mindset generally. Mindset and understanding that nothing good comes easy. So even though I have a goal or a vision of what my marriage should be like, I need to build capacity to be able to enjoy the kind of marriage that I want. And so I get back to work with the help of God and the Holy Spirit. I'm a spiritual person. So with the help of God and the Holy Spirit, I get back to work. I'm of the belief that even though I'm married to my husband, we are not alone in this relationship. So God is the third man and the head, so to speak. So, and I also have this belief that he needs one person, just one of the participants to agree with him, and it works. So my mindset and knowing my source, so going back to the source, and going to fill up when I feel like I have drained out all the virtues in me. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, so I would answer too. I have another question now. So Bolaji, I'll just answer. Someone has said that he's married, he married in the past, the marriage did not go well. I ended, but the person cannot seem to forgive themselves because of they saw the red flags, they warned about the red flags, they ignored it, and because the marriage ended 4 years ago. So the question is, how do I forgive myself? They be find very difficult to forgive them. So how do they forgive themselves and move on from that place? We'll take that question next. I wanted to give you a heads up so you can think through it. Whatever we will start, then we'll go in the same order. So me, have I felt like quitting? No. And that's because when I was getting married, so by background, sometimes having alternatives, right? Alternative in the sense that, okay, I can quickly go back home if anything is happening. That kind of alternatives, some people will, my parents are so welcoming that if I say I'm not doing it again, they'll just take me back. But when I was getting married, that mindset of I'll come back to this house. It's not going to happen. We have to make it work. So that was kind of mindset that I had going into marriage. I knew there was no going back. And funny thing is that when I got married, one of my aunties, my dad's sisters, big sisters, she said, I shall go like this. Don't come back and come and ask them for food. Don't come back and come and there is no space. My dad did not say that. Yeah, I just was like, what kind of thing is this? So in somewhere in my mind, I'm like, no, we have to make this work. Do you understand? So that was the mindset that I kind of like entered marriage with. And so even when things became very turbulent, so I think I've done a webinar sometimes when I talked about handling difficulty when they are financial, and I will do that for the married to talk about our own personal experience. So because when people see me and my husband sometimes they think that things are always smooth or things have always been like that. We also went through financial challenges as well at some points. Do you understand? But we always found reasons to. So at those points when things were topsy-turvy and all of that, we always look at the positive to say, at least money is coming from somewhere. At least something. We always look, at least we're not begging for food. At least we're not. So we were able to go through those times together. Do you understand? So yes, I would say that I felt like it, but I'm saying tough times happened. We were able to walk through those times. So what keeps me going really is the fact that I know that I have a mandate, is the fact that I know that God is the one that is helping me, and then my partner as well too, because I won't say I'm the nicest person. Recently Jesus just told me that you can shout. This is more soft. The voice is loud. So I said that my voice is loud. My voice is loud. I don't shout. My voice is loud. But Holy Spirit will just tell you that shout. You used to shout. It's not that your voice is loud. But I say my voice is loud, but I know that you can shout, and I'll just my voice becomes elevated sometimes, especially when I'm very upset. But I had someone that understood I was able to manage as well. So of course I'm very teachable as well. So I'm able to go back and say, you know what, this is the area that I need personal improvement. And I allow God to teach me the things that I need to do against what I want to do. Sometimes you say, go and do this, and I don't want to do it, but that's what I need to do to actually ensure that I get results. Okay. So I think that would be my own response to that. So Obafemi, the second question, did you get it when I was explaining?
Yeah, they had a breakup and they are not
marriage.
Okay, marriage. All right. So I
empathize. Forgive themselves and move on from that, because they can't seem to move on from that spot.
Okay, I empathize with you. Life do happens. The truth is that from where you are now, you need to move on. Forgiveness is a choice, and you need to build it. If you're a man of the spirit, in other words, you're born again, you have the Spirit of God. You need to talk to God, talk to the Holy Spirit. One of the fruit of the regenerated woman's spirit is forgiveness. And probably you need to work on your affirmation. Yes, those thoughts will come, even if you remarry. Those thoughts may come, and when they come, with your affirmation and your trust in God, you can overcome it. But you need to make up your mind to say, because not forgiving yourself is tying yourself down from where you are. Mm-hmm. And who knows, better days ahead. This shouldn't be the end of your life. And like any other sickness as well, we spend so much on doctors and whatnot. You probably need to see a therapist if you're finding it difficult, someone that can hold your hand, because things can happen in life to the negative in a way that you don't want it, but staying there makes it worse. So yes, too bad you saw the hands on the wall, you couldn't press break, you guys are married now, time has gone and whatnot, but it's what it is. But whatever you make of this current situation will determine how happy you are. Who knows? Maybe with your testimony, you'll be able to encourage somebody else tomorrow to say, yes, even if you make mistakes, you can move on. So you need to renew your mind to say, come, I can do this thing. Yes, I made a mistake. I have to forgive myself. I need to move on. Holy Spirit, help me. Probably you need to renew, have those affirmations over and over again. And if need be, you need to see a therapist or a coach whereby they can help you thoroughly. Particularly when it has to do with marriage breakage, I will not suggest that you handle it alone. You probably need to see a therapist so that they can do their job. In this part of the world, we tend to relegate counseling and what things, and you think we can do it ourselves. Yeah, but there'll still be some cracks. So if you see a therapist, yes, it'll cost you some things, but I think it'll be a better thing so that you can take full benefit of what lies ahead. I know you've learned your lessons, but you need someone that can help you through the next phase. So it's that you go spiritual, go through the Holy Spirit, or go through a therapist and, but you need to move on. That's just the truth. This is not the end of the world. You need to move on. Don't let us cry about split milk. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I agree with you. I don't want to add anything. Failure in one aspect is not the failure of your entire life. So yes, there are steps to moving on. There are things that you need to deal with. What are the lessons? Of course, you know the lessons, but what did I do wrong? What did I do right? Don't beat yourself. Yes, it happened, but it's not the end of the world, as you have said. It's not the end of your life. Not failure in one aspect is not failure everywhere. Bolaji, are you there? You just came in. Service, do you want to answer that second question so we can move on to next? If you have any further questions, you can send to me either personally or drop it on the chat. So maybe perhaps you don't want to share the question, you can share with me directly. All right, Stabisi.
Yeah, I think both of you have said everything. I'll just add one thing. I need that person to see it. If you have a friend or a sister or someone you love so much, and you know the story of that person, if that person comes to you, how would you empathize with that person? So what I'm saying is extend some grace to yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, don't be too hard on yourself. It has happened. It has happened. And the truth is, everything, especially if you believe in God, everything happens for our own good. The bad, the good, everything always comes out to if you are ready to do the work. So extend yourself some grace, forgive yourself, and just take it one day. It will not happen all at once. Take it one day at a time. Every day, try to affirm yourself. Find reasons to be happy. Look out before the marriage or the relationship happened and it crumbled. What are the wins you have? What are the things that you've been able to do with your life? Start from that. Then you can start a gratitude journal. Every day, find just one thing. When you start with just one thing, with time, you'll be able to write 2, 3, 4, 5 things that you're grateful for every day. And a gratitude heart always sees a way out of whatever situation or fix they may find themselves in. So be nice to yourself, be gracious to yourself, start a gratitude journal. Even if it doesn't make sense to you, you can just be saying, thank I am alive. Thank I'm grateful that I'm alive today, or I'm grateful I have food to eat, or I have a job, or I have a roof. Just be thankful for anything and do it consistently. You will see that things will begin to change and turn around for you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So any further questions, please send to me personally. So quickly, I'll run through this and then we have 2 more slides. Okay. Thank you for staying through. So the second thing I have here is know your must have and your nice to have. I think I kind of touched on that. As so what we're talking about, what do you do while you wait? So if you have any other question, please still send to me. I have my army here ready to tackle any question. All right. All right, so know your must have and your nice to have. Personal growth and development, focus on the positive. Stability has talked so much about that. And then be accessible. Accessible means that I am opened to opportunities, okay, to meet people. Availability may mean I am available, I am everywhere, okay, but accessibility means that I am opened, okay, so be accessible. I've counseled a couple of singles recently because we had a program in my church where every single that had issues. So I myself and a team of other counselors actually spoke to a lot of the single people. And one thing I see is that even for some of them, I don't like to go out. I don't like to mix. Okay, WhatsApp, a group. You're in a group and you're not even active. So even if you don't like to go out, are you active in the groups that you are in? You know, grow your social capital. It's very important. My pastor will say that you are single, you finish church immediately, you enter your car, you're running away. Where are you running to? Where are you running to? Did you do anything wrong? Why can't you just wait there and join a team, join a department, join social gatherings? It doesn't have to be physical just yet. Maybe you're not someone that likes to go out a lot. It can be even internally with your, what's it called? We have associations, we have groups, school groups, and all of those things. Join those things and be vocal. And the vocal. So you see my group that I have a group through Talk with Him. I'm very happy when people, I try to bring people out because some people still be quiet, right? But I like it when people comment and say their mind. And of course, some people reach me on and want to say, okay, this is my thoughts on this. They don't want to put in the domain because they are afraid that people will attack them. So they can't tell me their thoughts personally. Okay, this is my thoughts on this. You know, but I'm saying that be accessible. Okay. Yes, God wants you have a desire in your heart to get married. Companionship is what you want and desire, but you must relate to people. We are relational. We must relate to people to be able to make ourselves accessible for that. Grow your social capital, identify past baggage and hurts, and deal with them. If you don't deal with past baggage, you will carry it into your relationship. You will carry it into the next relationship, and you will hurt people that did not hurt you. Hurt people hurt other people. It's as simple as that. So you need to deal with that baggage even as you wait. Okay, what are the things that happened in the past? What are the things that happened when I was growing up? All these people that broke my heart and served me breakfast. What are the lessons that I've learned? Am I holding on to any baggage? Do I look at people through the lens of what has happened to me? I'm able to extend grace to other people to say, you know what, let me give them the benefit of doubt. Do I do that? Okay, so identify past, and some of these things, Papa has said, some of the things you will need a community to help you do all of that. The last slide here is, I put this here because really we talk about marriage, but we can't fulfill a marital obligation, get balance in marriage without God being involved. This triangle is very instructive. I usually put it in my sessions, and it basically says that God is at the top. The more you can see that the husband and wife are at the bottom, the more they move closer to God, the more they are closer to each other. Look at that triangle. But the more they move farther from God, all right, the more they are farther from each other. So if you look at it, there's one that if you look at husband and wife, if they keep moving up towards God, they are moving up and closer towards each other. But they move further from God, the more difficult it is for them to actually connect. And what does this say? It just tells you basically that without God in the equation, you are doing your own effort. And what the Bible says, if you rely on the arm of flesh, it will fail. Okay, some people, a lot of times people know the right thing to do. There people, they know what they're supposed to do, but it's doing it that is very, very important. And that's where the God factor comes in. Okay, the prompting and the desire and the yearning to be obedient. Okay, those people that talk to their spouses, they know that what the thing that came out of my mouth now is bad. They know. Some of them, well, may not know that their delivery is, but a number of people know good and bad. Quite a number of people know good and bad. Yeah. But it's in doing it that becomes very difficult for some people. And that's where the mindset shift comes in. That's where God also helps us by helping us with the fruits of the Spirit. And so, as I close this webinar, what is the next step for you? I have said a lot of things. I've said a lot of things in this. We played games and all of that. But as a close webinar, I've talked about counseling, therapy, talked about accountability. As a single person, even as you join in, you need access to seasoned counselors. There are areas you may be struggling with that you may not be able to deal with by yourself. You need counselors to help you. And that's why I am available as well too, okay? I'm available to talk to you, to walk you through different areas that you need changes, okay? You need a support system which will improve your overall well-being. Who are your support system? Which groups do you belong to? I have a WhatsApp group, True Talk with Temitope. It's free. I'm not charging for. I know that sometimes we have people that charge for the groups here, but I don't charge for that group. So, and those people in that group reach me from time to time. So they might not be very, very vocal in the group, but people reach out to me to say, these are the issues I'm having here, these are the, so, and I am able to attend to them based on my availability, or just give them, I chat a lot. So I chat with them, okay, what's it? So, okay, and give them quick counsel. You have access to that. You have access to emotional support, which will improve your self-esteem and lift you during challenging moments. We need accountability. We need support system. We are relational beings. So do not run through life on your own. And so I am True Talk with Temitope. I am still Temitope, and I'm True Talk with Temitope. I offer you that community of positivity, of inspiration, of performance acceleration, because sometimes we have goals that we can't meet because of certain things. I hold you accountable to meet that, and I ensure that you achieve progress. So my call to you, even as we wrap up this class, is to join the WhatsApp group. Quite a number of people are in the WhatsApp group already, but join the WhatsApp group so you can have access to me from time to time. And I'm going to quickly just run you through what I do. Okay, I mentioned that I'm a relationship and a marriage counselor. I do one-on-one counseling. I do singles counseling and couples counseling as well too. I also do group counseling. Yeah, where we pick a topic and talk about certain things, which is similar to what we are doing here: workshop, webinars, social media teachings, and clarity sessions. So it depends on the area that you need certain focus. So some people is emotional management. Some people is dealing with past hurts and heartbreak. Yeah, some people is the fact that they can't trust anymore. Some people is issues in their marriage. Some people it's sexual conditioning, right? So I help you. I walk you through this challenge and ensure that you achieve the objectives that you desire. You can reach me on my WhatsApp group. You can reach me on all those social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Okay, and you can also send me a mail, truetalkwithtemitope@gmail.com. As we wrap up this, I want us to say a word of prayer, and I want to choose somebody. So Dare, can you say a word of prayer for us as we wrap up this? Thank you so much. I hope we have learned something from this. See, it's 15 minutes to let's look at that. That's amazing. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. You rock. Okay, so do you want to pray for us?
Oh, okay. Oh, in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Oh Lord,